Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Talbidi Tarot by Kachu again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. Just truly appreciate it, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find the link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now, before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys could tell by the title of this video, this is going to be about what conclusions have people quietly reached about you. So pile number 1, you're going to be the blue teddy. Pile number 2, you're going to be the purple teddy. And pile number 3, the red teddy. So again, pile number 1, blue teddy. Pile number 2, purple teddy. And pile number 3, red teddy. So pause this video a few months and meditate on the card or the teddy that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi pile 1! Welcome to my channel. This is Dollar Beauty Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So my pile number 1, you picked the blue teddy, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So my pile number 1, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people privately quietly reached about you? What conclusion? Ooh, we have the devil. Ooh. Okay, you're hard work. You're extremely ambitious here because this is Capricorn energy, right? And Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and Capricorn is the CEO of the zodiac. So you could have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Capricorn in the second house. Ooh, money, like financial stability is really important to you. And it should be for everyone, but like Capricorns is like number 1 priority because that's how they show their love, taking care of their family, being stable, being, dependable. So that's something that's very important to you. You're extremely goal oriented. Again, like you're extremely ambitious here. Like you want like the best that life has to offer, and you're willing to work for it. And that's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Some people may have thought that you were toxic or money hungry before, but now they're like, nah, you're not like that. You're just somebody who like financial stability could be like your love language, right? You like to shower, you like to be able to take care of your family, and you can't do that without money. Like you need the money. Like, money solves like 99% of your problems. So, you know, that's the energy I'm getting here. So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people quietly reached? Ooh, don't need to ask. He's a smooth operator. Okay, and Shade is a Capricorn. Her and Aliyah share birthdays. Okay, so maybe some of you are like Sade fans or Aliyah fans, or you could be a Capricorn as well. But with the Knight of Cups, the what conclusion people have quietly reached about you is that you're someone who is very loving, very nurturing. Okay, you're easy to work with, easy to collaborate with. You're enjoy like you have this enjoyable presence to you, and you're genuine. That's the thing that people reached out like conclusion. Like you're a genuine individual. You're not pretending, you're not faking it. Like when you assist somebody, when you support somebody, is because you want to. What conclusion have people quietly? Ooh, that you are extremely discerning. It's kind of hard to pull the wool over your eyes with a judgment card. You could definitely be a Capricorn because judgment is like Saturn energy. Or you could also be an Aquarius, but it's giving more Capricorn energy. Yeah, you have great discerning. It's kind of hard for people to play in your face. Like some people may have initially thought that you were cold, but you're not. Like you're very sweet, very loving, but you're not gonna come play. Like people are not gonna come play in your face and think it's okay. Like you're gonna kiki with them. No. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Knight of Pentacles. You're dependable, you're reliable, you're trustworthy, you're dedicated, and you're extremely meticulous. Some people may have assumed that you were like slow to make moves or procrastinating, like you may have procrastinated, like that's what they assumed. But they've reached a conclusion that no, you are just cautious and you're very meticulous. Like when you do something, you're doing it because you've like draw all your like you dot all your I's and draw all your T's, right? You cross all your T's. That's what you do before you make a move, before you make a decision. And once you make a decision, you stick to it. You're extremely loyal. Okay. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah, you're extremely loving and nurturing. That's what I'm getting here. Loving and nurturing with the Page of Cups. Friendly, open, like you have this very genuine approach. You're definitely dependable. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have Justice. Libran energy, you're fair in your dealings, you're diplomatic. Like some people may have thought that you were emotionally detached or cold or disengaged, but in actuality, you're someone who's extremely well balanced. You're diplomatic. You know how to deal with different personality types. Some people may have thought that you were fake because you were able to like not blending in, but like you would never take sides. Like you would understand both side of the equation, right? But people are starting to realize like no, you're just diplomatic. Like you don't want to take a side. Like you're not there to say who's wrong or who's right. You're just like the mediator. Okay. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Ace of Wands, that you're passionate, that you're a creative individual. Some people may have like perceive your passion as aggression or your drive as aggression or being pushy, but really in actuality, you're just passionate about what you do. You put a lot of effort, you put a lot of thought into everything that you do. Some people may have labeled you as hothead before because like when you are engaged in something, you give it your all, and they may have mistook this as you being aggressive. Okay. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah. King of Pentacles, reliable, independent, self sufficient, a provider. Yeah, money. Like maybe you're a workaholic, especially with the devil here. Capricorns, you guys know you guys are workaholics, okay? So with the King of Pentacles, maybe you're labeled as like I said earlier, money hungry, but you're just like someone who values financial stability. That's really important to you. That's just like your core. So you may have like maybe Cancer in the second house or something. Yeah, because Cancer is a Capricorn sign. Oh my gosh, is a cardinal sign, right? And money, the financial stability is really important to Cancer as well. Like it's like, yo, you need to be able to take care of your family, and Cancer is like the fourth house, right? Home, family. Like how you're like making your home comfortable, making sure everybody's okay, everybody's taken care of, nurturing your family. But you can't really do that if you're broke. Like it's gonna be hard, right? Like you're gonna be stressed about the money, and like let's say somebody's sick, like all these things could pile up, right? So for you with the King of Pentacles, what people have, the conclusion that they've reached about you is that you're someone who values stability, values the finer things in life, and are willing to work really hard to acquire these material possessions or that material stability, okay? Not because you are money hungry, but because it's valuable for you. You want to take care of your family. You are a parent. So, yes, we have the Hierophant, okay? You are someone who's traditional. You value tradition, whether it's your cultural tradition or the tradition that you've created for yourself. You stick to it, okay? With the Hierophant, you're someone who operates with integrity. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Five of Pentacles. Not necessarily that you are in a Five of Pentacles energy, but you're willing to drop somebody like a bad habit if they cause problems for you. Okay, you're not afraid of leaving someone out in the cold if they are not in alignment with your goals. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. The conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you are someone who's extremely smart. Okay, somebody who is not to be played with, not to be effed with. Okay, and I heard the F loudly, okay, like emphasizing on that word, like with the Queen of Swords, because like you're not gonna tolerate it. It's that simple. The Queen of Swords, like, you know, some people they would say Queen of Swords is cold, but she's not. She's just like experienced, because the Queen of Swords is like the widow, okay, or the divorcee, depending on the situation, right? So the widow is the one that like they lost their spouse, and then divorcee is someone who has experience, especially with toxic people, right? Toxic men. So they are aware that you can't run game on the Queen of Swords. She's too smart for that. She will catch you in a lie. She will call you out, and she's not going to let her heart rule over her mind. That's the thing. It's not that she's heartless. She definitely feels at a deep level, but she's so stoic that you're not going to know that she's hurting, but she's going to like detach and then keep it pushing. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, that you are someone who has the ability to shoulder great responsibility without complaining, that you've gone through a lot of obstacles in life. I feel like some of you could be single parents here, and there's no harder job in the world than single parent. If you are married and you have a relatively great partner that helps you, yes, it is heavy, but a single parent is doing the job of two people, and already the job of like a mother is equivalent to a two job and a half. Now imagine now you're doing the job of someone else. That's like five jobs, okay, as a single parent. Now like there's no other person that could do this. Then like nobody else gets harder than a single parent. So with the Ten of Wands, I feel like you make it look easy. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Lovers. You could be a Gemini here. You could be Gemini, Taurus, Cusper. Don't have to be. Ooh, your values are definitely in alignment. That's what people have quietly reached the conclusion. Like you're someone who stay true to yourself with the Lovers. You do have suitors. Even if you're a single parent here, you definitely have other people that want to date you, whether they have kids or not. You have suitors, okay? Like I feel like you're so focused on your career. You're so focused on your abundance, um like you're not seeing the people that are interested in you. Like I feel like you have, everywhere you go, like there's always someone checking you out, but then you're not seeing it because you're just so gold oriented. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, bounce. We have three cardinal signs. We're just missing Cancer. You have leadership qualities, okay? You are a natural born leader. You are a provider. That's why I was getting like single parent, or even if you're not a single, well, if you are a like fur parent, like you have fur babies, that's still like a single parent. Like it still is, because especially if it's a dog, like dogs are like toddlers, like they never grow up. They're always dependent on you. Even if it's not as heavy as like a child, it's still a work, okay? Like the dog, you have to walk it every day. You have to scoop after them. Like you have to pick up after them. You have to feed them. If they get sick, you have to take them to the vet, and the vet is not cheap, okay? So yes, this is still parenting, okay? But I'm getting like with the emperor, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you is that you have amazing leadership qualities. You are dependable, you're reliable, you're someone who is worthy of respect, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Four of Swords. Like you're someone who does not get involved in people's shenanigans or drama with the Four Swords. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have Temperance. Wow. Sagittarius energy. You're calm, cool, and collected. You're wise beyond your years. You have a lot of world experience. You could be somebody who's well traveled. Yeah, like you're well traveled with the Temperance card. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, the Two Cups, and we have the Lovers here. You would be like the ideal lover, ideal partner. You're someone that people could build with, like a person could build with. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Or a specific person that's been checking you out. I'm telling you, you have suitors, my pal number one. You're not seeing it. Like you're just too focused. Like that money is like on your mind, okay? Your money is on your mind 24/7. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that like, you're kind of like missing out on other parts of life, like, get out there, enjoy life a little. Workaholic. We have Cancer with the High Priestess. Okay, and if you are a Cancer and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay, yes, with the High Priestess, what people have quietly concluded about you is that you're highly spiritual, you're protective, your discerning power and ability is on top tier. Okay, with the High Priestess, you have this inner knowing. You know more than you let on. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Like some people, they are cautious around you, not necessarily because you're like there's something wrong or you're deceptive or anything like that. It's just like they know that you know more or you're more aware of what's going on around you than you let on. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly? We have the Tower. You're unpredictable. There's more to you than meets the eyes with the Tower. Transformative as well. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. You have a healthy amount of self-love. With the Ace of Cups, you're genuine in your approach. That's what people have concluded about you. You're not a gimmick. You're not pretending. You're not putting on a front. Okay, so what conclusion have people? Five of Cups. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. You definitely have gone through hardship, heartbreak in the past. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, you've reached like the reason why with the Queen of Swords you have strong boundaries or you don't play that is because you've gone through heartbreak and disappointment in love, in life, in people. So you're a little bit more cautious with your heart. So what conclusion have people quietly? Yeah, we have the Two of Wands. You're a go-getter. You're a pioneer. You're someone who initiates tasks and see things through fruition. Okay, you're not just somebody who talks about it, you are about it. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah, your reputation definitely precedes you. You are really who you say you are. Like how you conduct yourself is really who you are. Like you're not pretending. We have the Strength card, so a lot of fire energy. We have all the fire signs here. Okay, Leo, Sag, Aries. You're a sovereign individual. You're powerful. You're self-guided. Like you're not someone who follows the crowd. You are the leader, and that's what people have quietly reached out. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Pal number one. Bye. Hi Bell2! Welcome to my channel. This is Talabidi Tarot by Kachu again with another video. So my pal number 2, you picked the purple teddy, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So my pal number 2, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ah, my God. like the ashes fell on my finger, man. Holy. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Oh, we have the High Priestess. You could be a Cancer here. And if you are a Cancer and it's your birthday today, happy birthday. Okay. So this is like mystical. Okay. This is giving like someone doubted your spiritual gifts, your spiritual power, your inner knowing. Okay. And the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you are the real deal. This could be like, the terror community, or could be somebody within your community that may have thought that you were a gimmick, or you were pretending to be spiritual, or that you had spiritual gifts, but then you were, a charlatan. But this person is realizing now that no, you have this inner knowing. Maybe you did a reading for this person, and whatever you called out in a reading came to pass, and this person's kind of shook. But yeah, they know that you have this inner knowing, okay? What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Four of Cups. That you're someone who disengage whenever you are not in alignment with something or a person. Like you don't continue or don't try to force interactions, okay? You stay true to yourself. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Ooh, we have the Sun card. You could be a Leo, Cancer, Cusper, don't have to be. But with the Sun card, the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you're someone who is a sovereign individual. You're self-aware, you're self-confident, okay? You take up space not because you are trying to outshine other people, but it's because you radiate positivity. That's how people are drawn to you, and that's the conclusion that people have reached about you. Like the way that you conduct yourself, the way that you present yourself is really who you say you are, because the sun is like visibility. You can't hide from the sun, okay? What's done in dark comes to light. So who you are behind the scene is who you are in public as well, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached? We have the Queen of Swords, that you're highly intelligent. You're hard to pull the wool over the eyes, okay? With the Queen of Swords, you're someone who's extremely articulate. With the Queen of Swords, you may have graduated with honors. You're a lot smarter than people give you credit for before, like before they didn't know you. They may have thought that you were just looks, or like you were showing off with the Sun card. You were exaggerating your capabilities, your competence, but in actuality, you really are who you say you are with the Queen of Swords. You're a lot, you go above and beyond, okay? So what conclusion have people, we have the Hermit card, okay? The conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you're someone who has a lot of discerning. You're prudent, okay, but you're also methodical, like someone who is very strategic in your approach as well with the Hermit card. You're someone who likes to enjoy your own company. It's not like some people may have thought that you were a snob, okay, because you didn't want to be around them, or you didn't want to hang around with them, or maybe when they would invite you out, you would decline the offer or the invitation. But they're realizing that no, you prefer to be alone. You recharge when you're alone. You enjoy your own company. You feel much better when you are in your own company, because it allows you to connect with source. It allows you to, like I said, to recharge, to get downloads, because you're very spiritual, okay? Some people may have thought that it was weird that you didn't want to go out, or you didn't really like to enjoy, like you didn't really enjoy people's company or something. But it's not that you didn't really enjoy people's company. You have a social battery. So your social battery could be very low. Like maybe it's like an hour. After an hour, you're like, yo, peace, I gotta go home. I'm getting like with the Hermit card, or like You maybe like you may come off as like grumpy when you exceed your social battery because it's like you're depleted. So it's not like really like you're grumpy, you're just depleted. You need to go home, you need to recharge. So maybe people may have gotten the wrong impression, but now they're realizing that no, this is just your personality, your temperament, like you're an introvert by nature. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? You know, the thing that people do, okay, with the hermit card, like Virgo energy, it's like they would ask you, oh, why you're so quiet? And it's like, I feel like your response in your head, you're probably not saying that. It's like, why you talk too much? Like, like, holy, like, why are you gonna ask somebody why they're so quiet? They have nothing to say. That's why they're not talking. Like, why are you talking so much? Why you run your mouth all the time? Why can't you just keep it quiet for 2 minutes? Like, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Oh God. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Yeah, we have mysterious, powerful, resilient. You're the type of person that, like, let's say if you go through something, you're going to retreat, heal, and then come back stronger. You're not going to crumble in front of people. You're not going to do that. Like, you're not going to share your vulnerability with people unless you truly trust them. Okay? That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Like, it's not like you're somebody who's cold or stoic or like, just heartless. No, you're just like, you have to earn that place in your life in order for them to see your vulnerable side. You're not going to show it like that, especially if you have Scorpio heavily in your chart, like, Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, especially moon. Like, you have to, like, they have to trust you like completely. And Scorpios have a hard time with trust. They have trust issues. Oh God. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands, okay? With the Ace of Wands, the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you're someone who's very creative. You tap into your creativity when you are alone, okay? Some of you could be singers, dancers, songwriters, okay? But very creative, like artistic. You have this artistic flair to you. Maybe you know how to draw, like very nice, like I'm getting like professional drawing, or maybe you're a tattoo artist for some of you. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Just one card, please. Ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. Self-love. Yeah, like some people may have thought that you were a snob, but you're not. You're just very selective, socially selective. What conclusion have people quietly? Yeah, Two of Swords, like you're unbothered. Yeah, like you're not somebody who's gonna engage in drama. Four of Cups, like you don't take on more than you could chew, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached? We have the Six of Pentacles, like you're extremely generous with your time, your energy, and resources only when you trust. So some people may have thought that you were stingy, okay, greedy, or yeah, like a penny pincher, like Four of Pentacles energy, but you're not. Like you're very generous, but it's like you have to earn it, and that's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to just give all your goods to everybody just because they want it. Like, no. Okay. So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, like you're somebody who disengaged. You don't get caught up in drama. You move on to calmer waters. You leave certain things behind. You're someone who enjoys like maybe traveling alone, solo travels. Like like something about you preferring your own company. And it has nothing to do with the other person. It's really about you as a person, as an individual. You prefer your own company. You are an introvert. You may have a small selected few friends, so maybe like 2 or 3 friends max. I don't feel like you're the type of person that likes to walk in groups, like in big groups, or go to like large parties. Like, maybe you're the type of person, like, let's say if you do go to a party, it's like a house party where you know everybody. It wouldn't be like a party where you're the only one that's like an outsider or something like that. You don't know everybody in the room. Like, I'm getting that vibe. So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, Ten of Swords. Like, you don't play that. You take betrayal and backstabbing really seriously. Like, you're the type of person that if somebody does that to you, they betray you, they backstab you, it's over. Like, there's no second chance with you. Okay? And the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you have a strong cutoff game. Once the person is cut off, there is no do over. There is no circling. Nah, it's done. Okay, it's over it abruptly. Okay, what conclusion have people quietly? Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands. You're somebody who shoulders great responsibilities and you do so gracefully with the Ten of Wands. You're someone who's gone through a lot of obstacles and challenges, and but you came out on top. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Just one card, please. What conclusions? Ooh, Bounce. And the Emperor came out for pile number one as well. You have amazing leadership qualities, okay? You could definitely be a cardinal sign because we have Cancer, now we have Aries. We have fixed and we have mutable signs, okay? We have two fixed signs as well. So yeah, maybe you have a mixture of both. Powerful, grounded individual. Okay, you're reliable and trustworthy. You're someone who's dependable. Someone who has like a strict or a lot of structure. Like, some people may have thought that you were rigid, but it's just like you're somebody who's structured. Like, you have a structured life. Maybe like some people may consider it boring, but boring, like, usually the people that are boring are the quiet millionaires, okay? Like, the ones that you see, they dress the same, they wear the same clothes every day privately. Those people, they have moolah, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the King of Wands, that you're confident, you're inspiring, okay? You're someone who is driven, you're self-motivated. Okay, you don't read, like, some people may have thought like, yeah, I keep going back to snob. Like, somebody thinks like you're like, they thought that you're a snob, like, because you did not need their validation, you did not need their support, or you weren't interested in what they had to say, what they were thinking of you. So it's like, maybe you're an Aries, because this is like giving Aries energy. Like, Aries is like driven sign, because they're cardinal signs, right? They're not gonna sit around and wait for you to give them the green light. If they feel like doing something, they're gonna do it. You know, they're gonna take the lead. They have a strong presence. Okay, so, and then, like, sometimes they don't really notice like what people are doing or how their energy could come across. Like, maybe very driven, or for some people it may come off as aggressive, but it's just really passionate. That's what I'm getting here. What conclusion have people quietly? Ooh, we have the High Priestess again. Ooh, your spiritual gifts are intimidating to certain people. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. You're extremely spiritual, very receptive to your environment. You have situational awareness, but you're discerning, and your inner knowing, it's on point. Somebody wanted to pull the wool over your eyes and they couldn't. They're shook. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Tower. The Tower came out for pile number one as well. You're unpredictable. You're hard to read. There's more to you than meets the eyes, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Like, you hold a lot of knowledge. Yeah, there's more to you than meets the eyes with the Seven of Cups. Like, they can't put you in a specific category. That's the conclusion that they've reached about you. Like, you're versatile, okay? You're multi-dimensional. Like, you're someone who has so many skill sets, so many talents, so many attributes to you that it's hard to say like you're that specific person or you belong in that specific category. You're one of a kind. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion? We have the Seven of Pentacles. You're someone who is extremely invested in your growth, your career, everything that you do. You put your time, your energy, your effort into it. With the Seven of Pentacles, we have the King of Wands again. You're extremely bold. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. You're self-assured, you're confident, okay? Some people may have called it like arrogance, but it's just like you're confident in your abilities. It was initially that it was arrogance before, but they concluded that no, you're just confident in your abilities because you know what you're doing. You have the skill sets, you have the talent. You know how some people, they just act like they're that guy or they're that girl, but when push comes to shove, it's like they can't produce what they were yapping about. Like their results don't speak for itself, okay? It's poor results. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah. You set high standards for yourself, and it's kind of like challenging for others to meet those standards. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Ooh, we have the Queen of Pentacles, independent, self sufficient. Okay. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, you're independent, self sufficient with the Queen of Pentacles, reliable, extremely competent too. You have this quiet competence about you. What conclusion? We have the World card, that you're someone who has a lot of experience, knowledge, expertise under your belt with the World card. Accomplished. You have an accomplished individual. What conclusion have, oh, we have Judgment. Extremely discerning here. What do we have? High Priestess again, guys. Oh, yo, your spiritual gifts are powerful. Like you're the real deal. So you could be another tarot reader too. Somebody was like, I'm telling you, somebody was doubting your spiritual gifts, your tarot reading skills. They're trying to make, like, maybe mock you or make a mockery out of you, or trying to say that you're lying, you're a charlatan. But no, they reached the conclusion that no, you really have those spiritual gifts. Like what you say, what you speak into existence, like it's really true. Somebody did it, like maybe somebody tried to do a reading on you. Maybe they doubted your spiritual protection, and they effed around and find out your ancestors, like, slap them around a little bit, when they were trying to do whatever they're trying to do. They learned the hard way. Okay. So that's all I have for you, my pal number two. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number two. Bye. Hi, pal three. Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot back at you again with another video. So, my pal number three, you picked the red teddy, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So, my pal number three, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords came out for pile one and two. So your intellect, you're someone who's highly intelligent. You're kind of hard to fool. Yeah, I got that for pile one and two. You're too discerning. I feel like you're very attractive. And you know how some people, they feel like you could only be one thing, and it's like, no, that's not how life works, but okay. You're attractive, you're highly intelligent, you have a beautiful personality. um you're bubbly, okay? And like maybe some people thought you were fake, or maybe because they thought you're bubbly that you're dumb, and it's like oh my gosh. They're telling on themselves when they say things like that. Like people that say things like that, they're telling on themselves. They're telling on like their mindset, how they think, how they view the world. And they're also telling on their intelligence, because it's like, how are you going to determine if somebody's intelligent because they have a bubbly personality? Like how does bubbly personality equate like being dumb or unintelligent? Like I don't, where is the science behind it? Oh my god. Oh gosh. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What conclusion have people quietly reached? Ooh, we have the Six of Swords. You're someone who's unbothered, okay? With the Six of Swords, you move on to calmer waters. You're the type of individual that what they concluded about you is that you're someone who could shift mindset, like you could pivot quickly. Like you're not somebody who's gonna stay stuck on a subject. You're not gonna stay stuck on a situation. You're gonna let go and move on. Like you're gonna find another way, or you're gonna redirect your focus elsewhere. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What conclusion? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. Ooh. I feel like someone missed out on a chance with you with the Two of Cups. A chance of being in a romantic relationship with you. But the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you are the ideal lover or ideal partner. You would be someone great to collaborate with, okay? So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What do we? Ooh, we have the Seven of Swords. You're extremely discerning. You're independent. You go at it alone. You move in silence. There's something about you that is very militant. Maybe some people may have thought that you were deceptive or like sneaky, because that's what the Seven of Swords could represent as well on the negative aspect. But the positive aspect is somebody who is, you know, who chooses their word carefully. Like they don't just speak their mind, like whatever they think in their mind, they don't just say it, right? They use their words carefully. They're very methodical, very calculated for what they share with others. And that's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Like you're not somebody that's going to lay out all your cards. Okay, you keep your cards close to your chest. With the you playing chess, not checkers, with the Seven of Swords. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Like you know more than you let on. So, what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah, you are a go getter. You're a pioneer. You're a trailblazer. You're someone who doesn't have a problem venturing into the unknown and going towards uncharted territories with the Three of Wands. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, like there's something about you that's very guarded or protective. Like you protect your investment, you protect your resources, you protect your heart, your knowledge, okay? Because I feel like you're extremely knowledgeable here with the Queen of Swords. And like I feel like you're extremely socially aware. Like maybe you're a socialite or something, or you're someone who um knows how to navigate sticky social situations. Like maybe you have to wear a different mask, and you do in social situations. Like you can't, like the way that you socialize with your friends is not the same way that you would socialize with your siblings or with your parents, right? It's you're gonna have to wear different masks, but that doesn't make you fake because you have to wear different masks. It's just you're in different social settings, so you have to pivot or adjust to your environment, right? So I feel like you're really good at that with the Seven of Swords. Maybe some people may have like seen you in different social settings, and they may have thought that you were fake, but really you're very strategic. You're wise, because like wisdom is really knowing something. Like you know something, but you don't have to say it just because you know it, or just because it's the truth. You don't have to say it. Maybe the situation is like not called for. Like you know, like if you say this is like the probability of this escalating to something else could create like a bigger conflict. So if you choose to use your words carefully, that you're exercising wisdom. Like you can't just say stuff and then expect like, and then when it blows in your face, then you're like mad, and then you're like, oh my god, why? Like, well, why did you say it? Like you knew if you would have said that, like it was going to create some sort of chain reaction. And then the person, like you don't know how the person's going to take it, so you have to think before you say it. And that's the Seven of Swords in the positive light. Okay, so this is the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you, especially your elders. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Independent, self-sufficient, grounded, focused, beautiful inside and out. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're someone who is guarded. Yeah, like you're definitely guarded. Four of Pentacles and Nine of Wands. You don't let people in easily. You only share with the Seven of Swords. You only share what you want people to know about you. You're very private. Like, yeah, like people don't know much about you. They only know what you give them, only the bits and pieces that you give them. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. You're very selective. You're very wise. That's wisdom, okay? Like, that's like protecting your peace as well. Like, you have to gatekeep. The Seven of Swords is like a gatekeeping card as well, because the Seven of Swords is like only giving you what I want you to know, what I want you to see. I'm gatekeeping. I'm keeping everything else to myself. And everything, like the stuff that I don't mind you knowing, I'll let you know. But other stuff, like, you have to earn this spot here for you to know this knowledge, okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached? Yeah, you see, there's more to you than meets the eyes with the Moon card, okay? There's more to you. You're hard to figure out. Like, people feel like the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that they don't really know you like that. Like, there's more to you, but it's like you're hard to figure out. They don't know. There's a lot of confusion. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? We have Judgment. You're extremely discerning. The reason why you are so private is because of like the experience that you had in the past that caused you to be private, that caused you to be selective of what type of information you share with others. What conclusion have people quietly reached? Ooh, the Tower. Yeah, like, they don't really know you like that. The Tower came out for all three piles, but for you, my pile number three, is like people don't really know you like that. Like, they think they do, but there's more to your personality, your knowledge, your expertise, your life that is not really shared publicly, or people don't have, they're not privy to. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, okay, no, just one card, please. What conclusion have people have quietly reached about you? We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, that you're someone who, you definitely operate um in a way where you speak with clarity, you speak the truth. I feel like you're not afraid of letting somebody know that it's none of their business. If they ask you like an invasive question, like, you're not afraid of letting them know like it's none of their business. Even if you don't say it's none of your business, but the way that you articulate it lets the person know that you're not going to tell them like it's none of their business, and you're not hiding it. It's just like not the business. Okay? So what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You could be a Sagittarius here. You could also be a Pisces, but we also have Pisces here. So with the Wheel of Fortune, the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you seem to have like a good luck charm. Like, you always seem to have things work in your favor. Like, you are like anointed. Okay, you have this anointment on your life, and you are highly favored. People have quietly reached that conclusion because of like how your life has unfolded. Like, you also, the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you is that you may have like a very strong spiritual practice, or strong spiritual yeah, like, I'm gonna like strong spiritual practice. Some of you, you could have Jupiter in the 12th house. So Jupiter is a benefactor. He expands the house that he's in. So I feel like you can manifest things easily. Your manifestation skills are like really potent. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the, oh, okay, just one card, please. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Five of Wands. Competition. You're not afraid of competition. You are willing to stand your ground. I feel like because you're very quiet or extremely observant, that maybe some people may have thought that you were weak or like an easy prey, but you're not. You will defend yourself with the Five of Wands. You will stand your ground. You're not to be played with. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? What do we have here? Yeah, it's the truth. Ace of Swords. Like, you will call them out. Ace of Swords is here twice. You will call out people. You will speak the truth. You will speak what you're seeing. You're very discerning. You have like, you could be a seer. Some of you see things in your dreams, or you get revelation or premonitions or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna like you get premonitions, but you're a seer with the Ace of Swords, like you speak the truth. And some people like you see things and you call people out. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. What conclusion? Wow, we have the Five of Pentacles. You're not afraid of leaving people out in the cold, but you also been out in the cold and you were able to rebuild yourself from scratch. And that's the reason why you're so private, so protective of your inner world. What conclusion have people quite? Ooh, the Emperor came out for all three piles. Bounce. Okay, you have natural born leadership skills. You could be an Aries, Pisces, Cusper, don't have to be, but you're a natural born leader. Okay, you take charge, you take initiative without being told. Okay, you could also be like a dragon, like your zodiac, your Chinese zodiac sign could be dragon because that's the equivalent of Aries. Okay, so what conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, long-term stability, long-term value. The conclusion that people have quietly reached about you with the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles is that you are someone who's going to be wealthy. You have the formula for success. They know, even if you're not wealthy now, they could see it. I'm telling you, especially your elders, like in your community, they watch you, they clock you, they see that you move differently from the rest. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Four of Swords, putting something to rest. Okay, and look at that, Six of Wands wanted to come out. Yeah, you're unbothered. You're someone who keeps to yourself. You're not really all up in the mix. You don't look for drama. Okay, so what conclusion have people have quietly reached about you? Yeah, we have the Death card, powerful, resilient energy. You're extremely resilient. You're someone who had to rebuild yourself maybe multiple times, more than once, and you rebuild yourself a lot stronger. Maybe you've been under spiritual attacks or just people coming up against you or people like hoping for planning, orchestrating your downfall, but you kept rebuilding yourself. You're powerful, okay? So what conclusion do people have? Ooh, Nine of Pentacles, self-made, independent, self-sufficient. You don't really need outside validation. Yeah, you're definitely self-made. You build yourself up from scratch and you keep building. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. You also are the eligible bachelor or bachelorette. You do have a lot of suitors. A lot of people want to date you. What conclusion have people quietly reached about you? You're emotionally detached with the Eight of Cups. You're not really invested or you're disengaged. I feel like you're disengaged with your community or the people that may have caused you pain. Like you're not somebody who operates out of your emotions. Everything that you do is calculated and it's like well thought out, especially with the Seven of Swords. Like you're not impulsive, you're not emotional when you do something. It doesn't mean that you don't feel anything, but when you make a decision, when you take action, when you take initiative, is very logical. What conclusion people have quietly? Yeah, we have the King of Cups. You see, like you're emotionally sovereign, you're emotionally intelligent. You have like a very deep inner world, but it's private. Like you're extremely private. Like you're not the type of person that's going to talk about your problems. You talk about your challenges. Like you're not going to talk about it with people just like that, just to have a conversation. If you're going to do that, it's going to be with someone, a trusted advisor. You're more likely to go to the confession booth and confess to the priest than ever telling a soul what you got going on. Okay, so what conclusion that people have quietly reached about you? What conclusion? We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, we have the King and the Queen of Wands. You're extremely confident in your abilities, your capabilities. Okay, you're bold. You are self-aware, self-assured, and you don't really need outside validation. What conclusion people have quietly reached about you? Ooh, we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. Okay, you are someone who's extremely resourceful. That's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. Like, yeah, that's why you're self-made with the Nine of Pentacles, because the Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. You are someone who has all the tools at your disposal to create the life of your dreams. And that's the conclusion that people have quietly reached about you. That's why you are more of a solo, lone wolf type of person. You're not really someone who operates in crowds. Like if you have friends, you don't have a lot of friends, or you may not have any friends. You may have only acquaintances, but you don't have any friends. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my pal number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 3. Bye.